Hi everybody, I'm so excited to start thinking about your research projects with you. If you posted a topic on the discussion board last night, I've gone in and given everyone feedback on those, and hopefully you're getting some good ideas and feedback from each other as well. I wanted to use this short video to talk a little bit about next steps for your topic, and then especially to talk about finding academic resources for your topic. So the next step that I would recommend in terms of thinking about narrowing and learning more about your topics would be to do some basic online searching to see what the conversation sounds like around your topic. So just thinking about an example topic, if I wanted to research depression in teenagers, I might do a simple Google search like this and start to look at what kinds of topics people start associating with that topic, or what the key stakeholders are, maybe some of the treatments that are happening, maybe some of the key organizations that are working on it, key parts of the problem, key parts of the solution. So I just scroll down here. This is the Substance Abuse and Mental Health national organization, and then this is Mayo Clinic. So I'm going to scroll down until I find a resource that I feel really good about. This website is not a scholarly resource, so I'm not going to cite it in my annotated bibliography or my research proposal. What I'm doing right now is just trying to find out more about my topic so I can take those topics and ideas into the research databases to see what scholars have to say about it. So I'm going to scroll down in this Mayo Clinic website, and I'm going to look for some key components of this topic that I might want to investigate further. So one thing that I'm seeing is like social isolation here as one of the things that happens when people are depressed. I might look at key symptoms of depression as a focus of my research. I might look at resources and what people are saying to do about it. So I'm going to use this online search again just to see what organizations are saying about my topic, and I might use these key ideas to add on to my mind map so I can take that search into the scholarly databases. Once I feel pretty good that I know about my topic a little bit and that I also have some key terms that I want to use to search, I'm going to go to the library, and this is where I'm actually going to be able to find sources that I can use in my annotated bibliography, that I can use in my research proposal, and that will ultimately be the foundation of sources that I use in my analytical report. So if I come into the PCC website, I'm going to go under Campus Resources, and then I'm going to go to the library. I'm going to show you kind of a step-by-step about how to find articles, and then you can pause the video anytime you need to jot down these steps so you can do them again. So once I'm in the PCC library, I'm going to go here, Databases A to Z. A database is just a collection of materials that the PCC library pays for. And when I get into Databases A to Z, I'm going to go to Academic Search Premier, which is under A here. This is a really general database, and you might have to log in. This is a really general database that is a good starting spot before you really specialize into any other specialized databases, which you can also do later. So again, if I'm coming in here, I might look at depression and teens, like I did in my Google search. And then I'm going to push search. The list of sources that comes up here, so you'll see I have about 5,000 sources. The list of sources that comes up here is in the library, but that doesn't mean that they're all academic sources. So the first step that I want to take is to go over here on the left and click Scholarly Peer-Reviewed Journals. I want to kick out things that are newspaper articles, magazine articles, books, and only look at those academic articles. Another thing that I could do to limit right away in my search is maybe to shorten the time range of research that I see here. So I'm going to drag this date bar over and maybe just look at the last 20 years, which is still a lot, but that might help narrow. So that kicked out about 200. So first two things I did in my search is I clicked the box that said scholarly journal articles because I don't want to see anything else And then secondly, I narrowed the date range so I could limit what kinds of research I see. So I'm going to look for one good article that would help me understand my topic better. So I'm going to kind of scroll down through my list here. I'm just looking at titles to see what I see and what might be helpful. Let's see. A role of parent and peer support. So parent and peer support is something that might be really interesting to me, and how that relates to helping to support people who have depression. So I'm going to click on this article. When I get to an article I really like, there are a couple of things I'd recommend doing. One is to look at this list of subject terms to see if these are terms that you want to try to search for as additional terms to find other articles like this one. So I jot down these, especially ones that I haven't been using. So teenagers instead of teens, adolescents instead of teens, those are ones I could try. The other thing that I might do with this article is to click on this button over here where it says find similar results. That will help. That's some kind of algorithm that the database uses to find articles that are like this one. So you could use that to find other similar results. Before I spend too much time on this article, I want to make sure and read the abstract so I know if it's really something that I want to use. Once I've decided that I want to spend more time on it and I've done those other things, so I've looked at the subject terms, maybe I've clicked on this button over here to find other articles like this one, the next thing that I want to do is actually look at the whole article. When I look at the article, there are a couple of things that I should notice here. Your article, when you pull it up, should have an abstract at the beginning, and then it should have some other key sections that really identify it as an academic article. Most academic articles have a methods section, then a findings and results section, and a discussion section. So here's our results, and then our discussion is probably going to be after that. When we're pulling up articles either in the databases or in something like Google Scholar, if we're looking at an article and it doesn't have those key features, it's likely that it might not actually be an academic article, and we need to be really careful about that. So things like articles in Newsweek or even like Psychology Today, or that article from the Mayo Clinic that we looked at, was not this type of academic scholarly article. So we really want to make sure that's the only thing we're using for our annotated bibliography and our research proposal. These are the only types of sources that count. So once I'm in this article, I want to make sure if this is a good one that I want to use, I want to make sure and save it. So there are a couple ways to do that. I could use this permalink button. Let me see if I can make this window bigger so you guys can see that. Shoot, let me move my box over. Over here on the right, when you're in the article, you'll see some choices over here. This button right down here is a permalink button, and that gives you a link right here that you can use to save this article. You can copy and paste this link into a Google Doc or a Word document that you're saving. Do not use this link up here, which is a time-stamped link only for this search, and it will never work again. If I was using this link here, I would copy and paste it into my Google Doc, and then I'd write some notes about this article. So I might jot down the first author's name and the title, and then I might write down a couple of things about it that I want to remember, that this one was the one about parent and peer support as a potential solution or predictor for depression. So I don't just have the link sitting there. I have a couple of other notes to help me remember what that link was. That would be super helpful. So that's one way, copy and paste the permalink to save it. You can also email it over here to yourself so that you can get back to it. You could also, of course, print it. That would be a lot of paper. The other option is that you could download this PDF up here and save it onto a flash drive or upload it into your Google Drive. So those are all options to keep track of the articles that you find. So I want to end this video now, but just a couple of quick reminders. First, you're going to start with kind of a broader Google search that helps you know more about the key parts of your topic, who's talking about it. National Institutes of Health, it would be a great place to start. So online, we're going to get some ideas about the key parts of our topic. That's one place to start. Then when we actually want to find sources we can use in our project, use in our annotated bibliography and our research proposal, we're going to go to the library databases and only look at scholarly articles. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to talk to you about your topic or get on the computer with you and work on research with you. Just let me know what you need.